Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel, where today I will be talking about WrestleMania 39 in Hollywood. Now me being a huge wrestling fan and WWE fan, I don't want my channel to just be reviews on TV shows or games, etc. I will be doing wrestling videos and even football videos from time to time. I want my channel to reach out to as many people as possible and talk about the things that I love, which in today's case is wrestling. Now, like I said, I'm a huge WWE fan, and with WrestleMania being tomorrow at the time that I'm making this video, there is no better time to talk about this topic. As you guys read on the title of this video, these are going to be my WrestleMania 39 predictions for Night 1 and Night 2, where I'll be talking a little bit about each match, giving my opinion on it, and finally saying who I think will win. I have the match card on the Zone's website for Night 1 and Night 2, so I hope I'm right and that these matches will be on the correct night, but anyway, let's get started. I'll start off with the opener of WrestleMania, which is John Cena vs Austin Theory for the United States Championship. Now, Cena has been away from the WWE for a few years now, coming back only from time to time, and Austin Theory is there each week on Raw, so I think that Cena coming back and taking the title from Austin, who has been a pretty solid US champ to be fair, would be a bit weird. Now, it would not be the first time that something like this would happen, but I feel like they are really setting up Theory to be a megastar for the WWE, with even already comparisons to Cena, already some people calling him the next Cena. So for him to be the next John Cena, I would argue that him beating Cena would make a lot of sense. There have been rumors that John would win and have an open challenge at the Raw after WrestleMania with a potential debut for Jay White, but personally I don't think that it's gonna happen. So that's why I predict Austin Theory to retain his US Championship and win against the GOAT, John Cena. The second match I'll be talking about is Trish Stratus, Lita, and Becky Lynch versus Damage Control. This feud has been pretty interesting, and I'm actually not really sure about my prediction here, but I feel like Becky, Lita, and Trish will win this one. I think that they will give the two Hall of Famers their big moment at WrestleMania before they officially retire, and I also think that they want to give Becky another win at Mania. Her last win was in WrestleMania 36, so I think that they want to give her another win here, next to the big legends, that being Trish and Lita. The next match I'll talk about is the men's Fatal 4-Way with the teams of Braun Strowman and Ricochet versus the Street Profits versus Alpha Academy and versus the Viking Raiders. This match is also pretty difficult to predict because I could honestly see all teams except for the Viking Raiders winning this one. No disrespect to the Viking Raiders, but I think that they don't have enough momentum to win a match this big at WrestleMania yet. But who knows, maybe in the future. Again, I'm not sure about this decision, but I'll predict Braun Strowman and Ricochet to win this one. I think that very soon Alpha Academy will split up with Otis having that whole story with the Maximum Male Models and Maxine Dupree. And I don't think that they will split up the Street Profits, but they will definitely give Montez Ford a solo run. At least for a bit. I mean, how can you not? This man has impressed the entire WWE universe these last few months with his amazing performances. And with Braun and Ricochet being a relatively new team, I think that the best way to put them over would be with a win here on the big stage of WrestleMania. They need a name though. I hate when tag teams don't have an official name and it's just a superstar's name. They need something like the Monster Bullet or something. I don't know, just something. Now let's talk about the Seth freaking Rollins versus Logan Paul match. I think that this is pretty easy to predict. I really don't see Logan winning this. He has been putting some amazing performances, to be fair, with his matches. We all remember his banger match against Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel, but I just don't see him winning, especially against probably the third most over guy in the WWE right now, after Sami and Cody. If he does win it, it will be a huge disrespect to Seth. But he won't, let's be real, especially because from what the latest reports say, Logan's contract will be ending after Mania, so I think that he'll take a break from the WWE after this match. So for me, the winner of this match will be Seth freaking Rollins. Next match, we have Rey Mysterio versus his son, Dominic Mysterio. This is probably the match that I'm most hyped for about Night 1. Apart from the Usos versus Sami and Kevin Owens match, this feud has been amazing. Dom has nuclear heat. Not even nuclear heat, motherfucker has solar heat. And I really would like if he would enter with like a purple Eddie Lowrider or something. That would put even more heat on him, which is like, how even is it possible? But that would be a pretty cool entrance, as long as they don't overdo the A references. They have been doing them a lot, and sometimes it's a bit overused, but here is the perfect moment to do one, and a big one at that. Now, I personally think that this rivalry will not end at Mania. It might continue until maybe Backlash, but I think that Dom will win this one. They just have to make Dominic win. He has so much heat, and you have to continue to play into it, at least until this rivalry ends. It can't end on only one match, so it has to continue for a bit, and and I predict Dom to win this one against his father. Now for the SmackDown Women's Championship with Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. Again, another easy prediction, I think. Rhea has to win. She has to. I really don't think Charlotte's gonna retain this one. Rhea has been on a huge run recently. The fans love her as a heel, and yeah, I mean, honestly, not much to say about this one here. I think it's the most obvious match in WrestleMania. If Mommy Rhea doesn't win, it's bullshit. No other way around it. And now for the biggest match in night one. We have the Usos versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for the undisputed tag team championship. I think we have another obvious one here. It's another one where Sami and Kevin have to win. They can't walk out of Mania with a loss. This bloodline story has been the best thing in wrestling, and I think we can all agree on that. But Mania is the start of the end of the bloodline. I think that after Mania there will be a rivalry within the bloodline with Jay versus Roman, but I'll talk about that later on in the video. But yeah, it's another one where if the Usos win, it's kind of bullshit. I mean, I love the Usos. They're the longest reigning tag champs for a reason. These two are amazing, and their run as tag champs has been phenomenal. But you just can't not make Sami and KO the champions. After everything, they deserve the titles and finally the win over the bloodline. Now that was all from night 1, and now we'll move on to night 2. I'll start off by talking about the women's fatal 4-way tag team match with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Shotzi and Natalya versus Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. Now this match is also difficult to predict because I could see all these teams winning here, but I'll predict Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez to win this match. Liv Morgan has been impressive the last few months as well, and from what the rumors say, Triple H apparently wants to push Raquel Rodriguez, so it just makes the most sense for these two to win here, so that's why I predict them to win. Next match we got here is gonna be Bianca Belair versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. This match feels a bit weird for me, because there has been no real rivalry that's been built with these two, which is a shame because I love Bianca and Asuka, but apart from this Monday's Asuka's attack on Bianca, there hasn't really been much. This match could go 50-50, but I predict Asuka to win against Bianca and end her reign as Raw Women's Champion. Bianca has been having a really good run as a champ and I really enjoyed it, but I think it's time to end it here and give Asuka another championship run. Next match we'll talk about is the Brock Lesnar vs Omos match. Now at first I thought this match was a pretty stupid idea, but they have been building the rivalry pretty well actually. Only thing I really didn't like is that they're building Omos as this dude who never lost and no one can stop him, etc. Except for the fact that he just lost to Braun Strowman at Crown Jewel a few months ago. But other than that, it's been a pretty good rivalry, and I actually predict Brock to lose this one here. Like I said, they're building Omos to be a giant who kicks everybody's ass. So how can they continue to do that if he would lose his last 2 pay-per-view matches? So I think that the Nigerian giant will walk out as the winner and defeat the beast Brock Lesnar. And now we got a huge match ahead for the Intercontinental Championship, that being Gunther versus Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus in a triple threat match. Boy, this match is gonna be stiff as fuck. I can already imagine it. The growing rivalry between Sheamus and Drew is not gonna end here. It will continue after Mania, and Gunther will probably start another rivalry of his own. Maybe also continue this rivalry here, maybe. But I don't think so. I think that Gunther will not retain the belt, and that Sheamus will finally win the Intercontinental Championship to finally become a Grand Slam champion. I predict Sheamus to win the triple threat match. I think that they will push Gunther for a rivalry against Cody Rhodes. I think that they will separate the belts with Gunther winning the Universal Championship against Cody, maybe at SummerSlam or something. Triple H apparently really wants to push Gunther, so I can see this happening. I think that Gunther will start a rivalry with Cody based on the Royal Rumble performance. It was a very dominant performance from the ring general, so I really could see that happening as maybe Cody's next rivalry if he wins against Roman Reigns. And now for the Hell in a Cell match between Edge and the Demon Finn Balor. This match will be a fucking banger. They are finally bringing back the Demon after that horrible ending against Roman Reigns, and they're also bringing back a darker version of Edge. There have been rumors that Edge will walk out with Gangrel and reunite the Brood for Mania, and even maybe Christian as well, but I think that that's gonna be a bit harder. But can you imagine how awesome that would be? This is pretty tough because this might be Edge's last Mania, so he can't really go out on a loss, right? But again, I don't think that you can make the Demon lose again. If you bring him back, it's to win, right? I want the Demon to win because he has to redeem himself after the Extreme Rules match versus Roman Reigns. He just has to. I love Edge, but I really don't want him to win here. I want this rivalry to end with a Judgment Day standing tall and being a dominating stable for years to come, and I really don't see that happening with Finn losing here. It would be poetic for Edge to win, but I don't know. For me, it just wouldn't feel right. So that's why I'm predicting the Demon Finn Balor to win this match against the Rated R Superstar. So before I move on to the main event, I want to talk a little bit about the rumors that have been going on for WrestleMania. So we know that Bray Wyatt will not be at Mania, apparently due to an illness, but his opponent, Bobby Lashley, has been on social media saying that he will face someone at Mania, so I have no idea who it could be. Maybe Big E return or something? There have been rumors that also Randy Orton could potentially return, but I see Orton feuding more with Cody, but who knows. LA Knight is also rumored to have a match at Mania against the Rattlesnake Stone Cold Steve Austin, but none of that has been confirmed, so I don't know. We'll see. It has also been rumored that Jay White will debut at Mania, but I don't know. Jay White is not as big as Cody to do that, so I don't think so. But I could see that after in the Raw after Mania though. I think I'm done talking about the most important rumors, so now let's talk about the main event. Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. This match is actually harder to predict than a lot of people think. Do they want Roman to reach 1,000 days as champion, or do they want to give Cody his big moment at WrestleMania and do what his father could not? There are so many ways that this match could end and so many possibilities for both superstars depending on the result of this match. If Roman wins, there are a couple of interesting stories that he could be involved in, and if Cody wins, it's the same. It's truly 50-50 for me, but with the rumors of Roman taking a big break after WrestleMania, I see Cody winning this one and finally dethroning the Tribal Chief. So that's why I predict Cody Rhodes as the new, undisputed WWE Universal Champion. I could see Jay being involved in the result of this match. Like I said earlier in the video, I could see a future rivalry between Roman and Jay. I think the Bloodline will have a rivalry within the faction. If the rumors are true and Roman does take a big break after Mania, this could be in kayfabe as him dealing with Jay's betrayal and him coming back a couple of months later to confront his cousin and them having a match on a big pay-per-view. I could be horribly wrong with my predictions here. But I think that it would make a pretty interesting story, and it would also keep Roman away from the title picture, at least for a while. But anyway, these were my predictions for WrestleMania 39. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and remember, I could be totally wrong for a couple of my predictions here. I sure hope not, but I could. Let me know what you guys think about my predictions down in the comments, and feel free to comment your own. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy my content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye now.